Welcome back, Aggies, to another live edition of Top of the Hour. I'm Cecilia Ramirez.
And I'm Brooke Whiteley. We have some interesting stories in our lineup today. Cecilio, can you believe someone called 911 over a McDonald's dispute?
You know, I really can believe that, Brooke, because I almost called 911 the other day when I found out double cheeseburgers were no longer $1.
Gosh,
they took
only
them off
you.
the dollar menu. Yeah, just me. Anyway, on to our other story. Some of the business offices in Shepler are being renovated after the completion of the new business school. These offices are being turned into dorm suites in our top story.
Another live Top of the Hour is next. Student housing is undergoing an extreme makeover. The 7th floor of the North Shepler will be added back to the CU dorms. Reporter Michael Faget gives us details.
Spring is here, and changes are blossoming in the Office of Student Housing on campus. With the School of Business moving to its new building this fall, plans are in place to remodel the 7th floor of North Shepler back to housing units. The floor will not be modeled like traditional dorm rooms. It will be modeled as new housing suites. Director of Student Housing, Casey Case, discussed the plans.
On the 7th floor of the Shepler North Tower, when we get that floor back from the business faculty when they're able to move into their new building, we're going to have a new setup in those rooms. It's going to be kind of a suite style setup. There will be a living room that students can go into, and there will either be 2 or 3 or 4 bedrooms off of that living room. So this would give them the chance to have their own bedroom, have that privacy, but also have some community space with roommates as well if they want to do that. We feel like that's going to be the best use of our space.
The new 7th floor is one of a few new changes student housing is making. Changes to the meal plan options are being made as well. Starting this fall, the Block 90 meal plan and the Block 200 meal plan will no longer be available. Casey Case explained why.
There were only a few students when you looked over the past few years that had used those particular plans. The 200 block plan and the 90 block plan are the ones that we're getting rid of. And this last year, I think we had a total of 5 people on both of them. So we decided that there was no need to have those selections anymore.
Meal plans are subtracting, but student housing is adding new resident assistants this fall. 3 positions are now open. Women's Hall Director Crystal McCorgery talked about some of the expectations of being an RA.
Well, we have many expectations for our RAs on campus. One of the big ones is just being there for the residents, being like a guidance, there to help with any questions, whether it be, where's my class at, or, I'm having trouble with this person next to me, they're loud. That's what RAs are there for, to help with any situations that come up. They can take care of it. If it's too big of a problem, RAs come to myself or Casey Case or Hazel Lewis.
Current RAs are able to meet those demands and enjoy their job. Resident Assistant Simone Graves gave her take on life as an RA.
I love being an RA. It's really fun. There's a lot of stuff you have to do. You have to do an office hour every day and work at the desk one night for 5 hours from 5 to 10. And it's just taking care of your residents and making sure that they're comfortable and safe. And it's a lot of fun, and you get to plan programs, and that's really cool. So it's just a good time.
All of these new changes in student housing should add more good times to residents living on campus.
With new RAs, plans for new housing in Shepler, and modified meal plans, student housing is making lives better for students and residents here at Cameron University. Reporting for Top of the Hour, I'm Michael Faget.
Manny Ramirez is returning to Los Angeles for 2 more years. Last season, Ramirez led the LA Dodgers to the National League Championship Series. Before his arrival, the Dodgers had not won a playoff series for 20 years. Manny finally agreed to the Dodgers' offer of $45 million for 2 years. The All-Star will be receiving $25 million his first year and $20 for the 2010 season. His salary for the first season of the contract will be the second highest in the major leagues, next to Alex Rodriguez. By the end of the contract, Manny's career earnings will have exceeded $200 million. The 37-year-old slugger had a batting average of .520 in last year's playoffs and a total of 4 home runs. Ramirez finished 4th in the National League MVP voting.
A Florida woman calls 911 3 times after she paid for a 10-piece chicken McNuggets at a McDonald's. The fast food restaurant ran out of the McNuggets and refused to give her a refund. The woman made the calls after she tried to get her money back. The cashier told her all sales were final. The cashier suggested she choose something else off the menu and ordered her the cheeseburger. The McDouble. Police say the woman was cited on a misuse of 911 charge. A McDonald's spokesman says the lady should have been given a refund and she's being sent a gift card for a free meal.
The United States is getting used to knighthood. On Wednesday, U.S. Senator Edward Kennedy was awarded an honorary knighthood by Great Britain. Prime Minister Gordon Brown announced the honor during an address to a joint session of Congress in Washington. In his address, Brown went on to mention Kennedy's attempts to bring peace to Northern Ireland, health care expansions for Americans, and improvements in access to education for children all over the world. Although Prime Minister Brown referred to the senator as Sir Edward Kennedy, he is not entitled to use Sir before his name like British knights. Usually knighthoods are bestowed by Queen Elizabeth II, but the government or an advisory committee selects the recipients. 77-year-old Kennedy is the brother of the late President John F. Kennedy and has served in the Senate since 1962. Other Americans have received honorary knighthoods, including Bill Gates, Steven Spielberg, and former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
Cameron's speech and debate team is celebrating their win at last weekend's Oklahoma State Championship tournament. The CU team faced off against competitors from 8 other colleges and universities. During the annual tournament, CU Director of Forensics Dan Shabbat says everyone on the Cameron team is in their first year of collegiate competition. Placing this high in the state championship is a great accomplishment for us. The team will travel to Houston, Texas this weekend to compete at the Novus National Forensics Tournament. CUTV wishes the team the best of luck. Isn't that great about our debate team?
Yeah, how come you're not on the debate team, Brooke?
Oh, I couldn't do that. I swear, I have a lot of classes with those people on the debate team, and they are amazing.
Yeah, it's really a complicated process,
It
you know,
is.
learning what you got to talk about, and also representing yourself in the right way to the judges, and make sure you put on a proper debate against the competition.
And they do a great job representing Cameron, so thank you guys for all you do.
Yeah, Cameron's always had a great speech in the debate
yes.
team, and they're continuing to impress everyone.
And they'll only get better, so thank you.
If you're watching live, tonight is a huge night for the Aggie men's basketball team. CU is facing off against Midwestern State in the first round of the Lone Star Conference playoffs.
The game is tonight at 8:30 in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. We want to take this time to congratulate all of this year's LSC Basketball Awards banquet winners.
Head coach Wade Alexander was named Lone Star Conference North Division Co-Coach of the Year after taking his Aggies to the playoffs in his first year with the program. Senior guard Dave Smith, of course, was named to the LSC First Team.
Senior Mikael Reed and Junior Callan Glasgow were among the players named for LSC's honorable mention. Congratulations to those players who really stood out this year and made such a big contribution to this year's playoff run.
Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in to our top of the hour morning show. You can watch any of our CUTV program at youtube.com. Just search CU Internet TV, or you could also just look up www.youtube.com/CU Internet TV, and you'll see all of our programming, top of the hour, In the Huddle Sports Show,
Film Geek.
SGA, Film Geek, as well as our novella, Pasión
Oh yes,
Universitaria.
can't miss the novella.
Yeah, and I also want to announce that next week for spring break, we're going to the actual island of Puerto Rico to shoot some of our
Ooh.
final episode for the novella.
Okay, that's the episode I want to be on. So could you?
I'll get you a ticket.
Okay, good.
I'm Cecilia Ramirez.
And I'm Brooke Whiteley. Be sure to pick up the newest issue of the Cameron Collegian on newsstands around campus. We'll see you at the top of the hour.